Guys, 8 o'clock, time for us to get started. So if you're new to the Winner's Circle, or if you've not yet joined the Winner's Circle, then welcome to you guys, first of all. This call's an important call for us, and it stems from a conversation that Simon and I had at the back end of last week. Now, if you don't know exactly how the Winner's Circle came about, I'm not going to go into it right now because I've done it for all these other guys a million times. But if you want to know how we came about it in the first instance, reach out. We'll happily tell you the story. But here's what's happened in the sort of 10, 11 weeks that the Winner's Circle has been running. Because we've been putting trades out that we get through from IM Academy. And Simon and I see dozens upon dozens of trades every single day. When we first got started with IM, we had information overload. There were so many trades around. And at first, we were just trying to place every single trade and let's just see what happens. Well, we were placing too many trades and we were following certain sets of rules. And the bottom line was we weren't making the money that we expected to make. In fact, in some instances, we were losing money because of stop losses and all kinds of silly things. And eventually, Simon and I decided we weren't going to do that. What started as an experiment turned into something that's worked, and it's worked for all of these people that you can see on here right now. And now we're over 72 people on here. So the numbers are ranking up. We've actually got more than 200 people in the group, and we're adding people in at a terrific rate every single day. In terms of trades, we've sent out 157 trades in the last 10, 11 weeks. And out of those 157 trades, we've declared 153 as winners. We actually said before Christmas, there was a situation that arose with the British pound. And we told these guys that we felt, in our opinion, it would be better for them to back out of the trades and take a loss and protect their accounts. Now, I've got to say, when we made that call, Simon and I were both very wary of telling anyone to lose money. And all I can say for the rest of you guys on the call, thank you very, very much for the trust that you put in us, you showed to us, and the support that you gave us for what we did. What we got was an overwhelming response from people saying they appreciated the fact that we respected their money and we were trying to do the best to protect them. Then we came back and we carried on winning. The story to date for this year is 35 trades placed, 35 trades won. We've got a couple of trades that are currently running. And it's the few trades that are running that really prompted this conversation, because what Simon and I have noticed, particularly since Christmas, a few things have happened. Political climate's changed round about Christmas time, and that caused us some headaches with politics, getting involved in the trade, and we had to just hold on to a currency to wait until it came back. Just go back on something I said for a second, incidentally. The 4 trades that I suggested that people drop out of, not everybody dropped out of it. And the people that stayed in the trade, those 4 trades won. So arguably, we could say all of those trades did win, but for the sake of transparency, we tell everyone, yes, we did turn around and suggest that people take a loss on 4 of them. Back to where we're up to right now, though. Some trades stick for longer than we expected them to do. And that's still proving to be the case right now. 2 things that are affecting us at the moment with a couple of trades that are running. One is the oil price has fallen through the floor, and that's affecting the Canadian dollar. We went into a trade a couple of weeks ago with the Canadian dollar against the Japanese yen. We already knew that the Japanese yen had started to turn a little bit, and the Canadian dollar was a reasonably good currency until the bottom fell out of the oil prices, and the Canadian dollar is linked tightly to the oil price. Now, it's not a disaster, it will come back, but it means we have some money tied up in one trade and we're waiting for it to come back. The other trade that's causing us a headache is the Australian dollar to the Japanese yen. Is it Australian to the US? I can't remember now. It's Australian dollar anyway, which is the important part of it. And the reason this one's causing us a problem is coronavirus, because the Australian currency is linked very tightly to the Chinese currency. They have huge trade links, and coronavirus being the serious situation that is over there is impacting those. Now, both those trades will come back and they will eventually turn into profit. But at the moment, we have people that are hanging on to these trades. And given that we have a set of rules that we put out for people that say you should take no more than 5 trades at any one time, and you trade with a specific lot size, those things are meant to actually stop you from getting into trouble. That's how we know that those 2 trades are going to be okay, because as long as people have stuck to the correct lot size, they're going to be all right. They're going to weather it through. But what it does mean is we can't take enough more new trades. So we wanted to know how we could fix it. And the solution that we've come up with is really quite a simple mathematical fix, but it has a number of benefits. So here's what it's going to be. So I'm going to share my screen with you, and I'm going to share you the solution. And the solution is a new, let's just do that. Oh, I've got something in my way on my screen now. Come out my way.
Lewis is on, but from Australia, by the way.
Yeah, good. Didn't expect that he wouldn't be, to be fair. So let's just put this up properly for you. So we have a new cheat sheet. And what we're going to do is we're going to reduce the lot size that we go into on every trade. Now, our lot sizes are still bigger than a lot of so-called experts will tell you to go into, but they're really in it for protecting the brokers. This is about maximizing profit for you. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to reduce the lot size by 50%. So we'll halve the lot size that you're placing. But to maintain the profit, instead of looking to do no more than 5 trades, we're now going to send you more signals so that you can do 10 trades on a daily basis. Now, this has 2 major benefits. First of all, if we get stuck in a trade like we're stuck in a couple right now, well, you'll only be in one trade that will go into the red so far, and it's not going to be quite as nerve-wracking when you see them go down because you won't have as big a lot size. The second thing is it's going to leave you 9 other trades then that you can make money on with different ones. So we can bounce it about. This will be a massive difference, providing, and there's a huge providing here, providing you stick to it. What I have seen in the last couple of weeks is a number of people sending me screenshots saying, I'm a little bit worried about these trades. Do you think I have a problem? And I've had to go back and say, yeah, you do have a problem, because you've placed the same trade 3 times or 4 times. Some people have just completely and utterly misinterpreted what we've said with this. It's really important that you understand that this sheet is about protecting your money and protecting your investment. The reason we say no more than 5 trades is so that you have a spread of trades that you've actually got your money balanced across. If someone places one trade on 3 times, that's not 3 separate trades. That's just one trade with 3 times the lot size and 3 times the risk attached to that trade. If that trade then happens to be the one that's causing an issue, potentially you're screwed. You could be holding on to something for days and maybe even weeks without an opportunity to make any money. So it's really important that you understand what it is that we're doing. So the idea will be now that from now on, we will send more signals through. It lets Simon and I be a bit more selective with the trades that we're looking at as well, because right now we've been looking for trades today. But what we've been looking for on the charts is we've been looking for trades that have a really steep upward trajectory, get my word right, so that we know that that trade would hit take profit in a matter of 5, 10, 20 minutes, whatever it may be. And we've seen those trades a lot. You've seen a lot of them, but they're hard to come by, particularly when you're looking for one and you don't have other options. There are other trades that have a shallower incline to them, and it might take a number of hours before we come into profit. But there haven't been any of those so far. Now, Monday's not a great example for that because Monday's always a quiet day. So we never expect anything great to happen on Monday. But what we'll be able to do right now is take other opportunities and take advantage of some different things. I also spent today going through IM's shopping cart, and I splashed out a little bit of my money on some different signals. Now, you guys don't have to pay for these signals. I've paid for them. They're coming through to me. I'll get to see them. There is another, if you actually have Web Analyzer, you'll look in the bottom left-hand corner of Web Analyzer, you'll see an icon that says Money Flow. And you'll see many times it will pop up that there's a new trade on Money Flow, but when you click on it, you can't see it because you haven't subscribed to it. I will see it now because I've subscribed to it. When those trades come through, and I've looked at them today, and there's been quite a number of them, those trades are going to be coming out to you from tomorrow. So you're going to get the benefits of all of those as well. So that's my New Year treat to everybody. So we're going to have more trades coming out at smaller lot sizes. We're going to be looking for a smaller profit on every individual trade, which means you'll be able to get in and out of the trades quicker. And when you're in and out of these trades quicker, because we're still looking for 10 a day, you're still looking for the same profit per day and the same profit targets per week. So if you do yourself a favor on your screen right now, and if you minimize the bar to the left that's got the picture of me and the other people that you can see, you'll be able to see that whole chart. And you'll notice from this chart that the lot sizes here are half of what they were before. In this particular instance, at a £200 account, that used to be at 0.5. You can't do it used to be at 0.05. You can't do 0.025, so it has to be 0.03. But what we're going to do is place the trade. If you've got a £200 account, you're just going to place the trade at 0.03. You're going to look to try and make just £2 profit and get out of it. You don't have to do anything about that yourself manually because I'll set the take profits with that in mind. So we're going to reduce the number of pips ever so slightly as well. So we're not hanging on to these trades longer than possible. So that will make you a little bit less and it will bring you out, but it'll bring you a couple of quid profit. If we can knock 10 a day in, that's got you £20 a day. That has you £100 a week profit on a £200 account. And as you rank through, everything just steps up pro rata. So if you've got £1,000 account, then you're trading at 0.12 as opposed to 0.25. You're looking for £10 a trade. That means you're looking for £100 a day. That means you're looking for £500 a week. You're still looking for the same amount of profit on the back end. So that's a really simple tweak, but it's one that I hope is going to pay us huge, huge dividends. And it's something that we're going to be able to get out to you all straight away. This lot size will, this charts rather, will appear on every new trade from tomorrow. But as soon as I've finished this, I'm also going to put it into the Phoenix group so you guys can see it in the Phoenix group as well. Simon, my throat's tickling away. Anything that you want to add to that first of all?
No, what I will say is, although we're going to be looking to be a lot busier, looking at trades and everything else, and please don't forget, this is a free service. We're not charging for this, but the business is still down to recruitment. You need to sell the dream, build a team, sell the dream, build a team all the time. The more people you got in your organization, the more money that you will be making. We are in network marketing, not network marketing. So trading is phenomenal. And if you're in the United Kingdom, whatever money you make and what profit you make is tax-free. And I always love to get that bit in. It's all tax-free. Great. So if you're abroad and you want to move to here, because I know Lewis is in Australia, I think he's just found out it's not tax free in Australia. But you know, I'm sorry, but if you want to emigrate to the UK, emigrate. Fine. You know, I'm not going to America or Australia, only for travel, for holidays, but not to live. But yeah, the business is about recruitment, nothing else. Well, it's obviously trading, but it's about recruitment. The benefit with recruitment is there's no risk to telling people about the opportunity. Now, when you guys get benefits and you make profits with your trades, too many of you are like a secret agent. And there's a lot of you on this Zoom right now that's making a chunk of money, yet you're keeping it to yourself. You do not share your results with other people. With me, I blitz it to all my contacts and everything else. Now, I was going to do a separate training tonight all about WhatsApp, but we're focusing tonight all about the trading. Next week, we're going to talk to you about how to set up a WhatsApp. So I'm going to talk to you about how you can actually build an organization of people without verbally speaking to them. And that's all to do with WhatsApp. Most people are using WhatsApp. And because you get results on WhatsApp, you can share those results. And it's one of the easiest ways going. I've got a guy from Nigeria that's joining. I've got a guy that's, in fact, he might be on now, I don't know. I've got a few prospects. How many people just wave like crazy if you've invited a prospect on tonight's call, just out of interest? Just do this, just so I know. Okay, not many of you, a couple of you. Yeah, right, okay. But you see, I've got a guy who said, right, I'm going to sign up as soon as I get home. And Ben, if you're looking, I haven't seen if you're on, but if you're on, then fantastic. Get yourself positioned, and then you will be finding very soon that you're going to be having some people in your team. The next person I sponsor will go in your team. The next person will go in their team. See, I recruit people. I'm a massive aggressive. And I just go to recruit. It's like, that's all I've done for 32 years. The benefit is we've got hold of a product that's nothing to do with pills, potions, lotions, tablets, skincare, face cream, coffee, whatever. That's the most sexiest product on the planet. It's all to do with money. And 7.7 billion people can relate to money. And that's the exciting program we've got with this company. But I mean, obviously later on in the month, we've got our convention that's going to be in London. And we've got Lewis, who's on the line. Yeah, he's at the bottom there. Wave your hand, Lewis. Wave your hand, matey. You can, that's it. He's booked his flight and he's flying all the way over from Australia to the event. And today, he's just won a free ticket to go there. Why? Because he sponsored 3 people. So, you know, he's P150. And he said, I was not going to get on the plane until I'm P150. So 10 out of 10 to Lewis. Well done. But yeah, so the business is about recruitment. It is about showing people the results you're getting. But I spoke to Lewis regarding the WhatsApp system that I'm going to teach massively next week. And he's put that into place. And he's got his 3 people. I know that we got Gary on the line and he's using WhatsApp like crazy. And he wasn't even in the meeting. I just spoke to him about it. And he's using it with great effect. But yeah, that's the benefit. So yeah, so we're going to be doing more trades. It means Roger and I are going to have to be working harder. But hey, say la vie, that's the price we pay. But yeah, over to you, Roger.
Okay, so as I said, guys, I'm going to put the new cheat sheets into the Telegram group for you as soon as we finish this. In simple terms, half the lot size, double the number of trades. That means more opportunities to make money and less risk and less exposure. So when we have a situation where a currency goes against us, you're not going to have any sleepless nights looking at something thinking, my God, that's going so deep into the red. You won't have to worry about that. And when one does go into the red, All we're going to do is just wait for it to come back and turn into profits. But in the meantime, you'll have more opportunities to make profit and keep yourself up and moving further on. Something I would say that Simon said about...
Before we get any further, hold on. Because we've got so many screens, I don't know if I got a prospect called Leon, and he said, this was the message before he got onto the Zoom. He said, you get, because I said to him, we've done 35 trades and we won 35 trades. He said, 100% can't happen. I said, well, suck it and see, get on the Zoom. But Rog, I know there's going to be a few prospects on the Zoom.
I'm just looking through all of them and I can't see him. I can see someone that's, it just says...
Well, he might not be, but there might be some other prospects on. Can you just explain to them why we don't lose trades?
Yeah, really simple. When Simon and I first started this, we'd been placing trades with instructions from other traders for a long time. And the instruction was always, they gave us three things. They gave us a pair to trade. They gave us the take profit that you guys get. And they gave us a price that was called a stop loss. Now, brokers sell a stop loss as being a safety net for you. And the explanation sounds really nice and warm and fuzzy and wonderful. What they say to you is, if you put this number in, if you lose so much money, we'll take you out of that trade so you can't lose any more. But you do lose. That's the important thing there. You do lose. You're guaranteed to lose, and they'll take it off you. Now, what they then say is that never place a trade with more than a lot size that's more than 5% of your trading balance. That means you can't win too much money from them. And what really bugged me on one particular day, I'd been at Simon's, Brandon had sent some figures out, and he said, these are the figures. I'll never forget the trade. It was the US dollar to the Mexican peso. There's the lot size, there's the take profit, there's the stop loss. I put the figures in and I went to sleep. I woke up the next morning, the trade had hit stop loss, I'd lost £40. And then Brandon put a message out and he said, good news, USD Mexican peso hit take profit. Well, no, it didn't. Mine lost money. It said so there. And then Jordan, his business partner, said, actually, no, some brokers called it as a stop loss. Well, I wanted to know why. How can some call it as it either hits that price or it doesn't? But here's the deal, guys. Brokers can move their margin by a couple of pips. And brokers will go out and look for any stop loss that you set. And when they see a stop loss, they'll just move the price down so that you take the top stop loss and they take your profit away from you. And what they do is, little by little, over a prolonged period of time, they gently make sure you don't lose too much in one go, but they do make sure that you lose all of it overall. So Simon and I said, I'm not playing that game anymore. We're not going to place any more trades with stop losses. And when we first did it, I honestly thought we were going to get so much grief from Brandon, our upline in America, and from other people, other experienced traders. But we didn't care. We were going to do it. So first of all, we tested it, just the two of us. And in the space of the next week, we had a busy week. But in the space of the next week, first of all, we went to 3 trades, no loss, 6 trades, no loss, 12 trades, 18 trades, 20 trades, no losses, 30 trades, no losses. At 37 trades with no losses, we opened it up to a bunch of the people that you can see on the screen here. And we carried on. These guys came in, they started trading. And then we're at 60 trades with no stop losses. And then we're at 90 trades with no stop losses. And then I got the phone call from Brandon in the States. And he said, what the hell are you doing? And I thought, here it comes. Here comes the grief. And I said, well, this is what we're doing. We're trading without a stop loss. We're just waiting for the trades to come back. And he started to laugh and he said, that's so funny. He said, because I used to do that and I stopped doing it. So why did you stop doing that then? Why did you start accepting a loss? He said, I don't know. So what he then said was, do you have any rules that you put to this? And I said, yeah, we tell everybody fixed lot size. We'll tell them what lot size to use. We tell people no more than 5 trades on any given day, and we tell them that we only trade Forex. We do not trade, and this is important for all of you guys, because I don't think Sam and I have ever repeated this loudly out loud to most of you guys, but we do not trade indices. So we don't trade stocks and shares. We don't trade metals. We don't trade gold and silver, and we don't trade cryptos or commodities. We just stick on Forex, and there's a simple reason for it. Forex goes up and down, up and down, up and down, always. Every single currency, it will go up, it will come back. And if you wait long enough, if you're in the red, if the trade is going against you, if you wait long enough, it will come back. And to date, 157 times, because I did say we called 4 losses, but those 4 losses, for people who actually waited them through, they actually came back to profit. So to date, 157 out of 157 trades that we've called, every single one has hit profit. Now, not all of them have hit the full take profit price, but they've closed in profit. Sometimes we've said to people, look, this one's just, it's not going as quickly as we thought. Get out if you're in profit. If you can see 20 pence of profit, take it and get out. If you're playing with a bigger trading account, if you see a fiver, get out of it, as long as you're out in profit and you're not taking a loss. So the reason this system works is that we do not take a loss. The only downside to it has been the one that we've identified, which is sometimes with 2 trades that are actually running against us, we're just holding ourselves back a little bit. So the decision was half those lot sizes, double the number of trades, still make the same amount of profit. It'll take you a negligible amount of extra time on a day-to-day basis. It'll take Simon and I much more time trying to find the trades for you, but nonetheless, we'll have you guys in profit. And that's why we're getting the growth that we're getting, because when we created the Winner's Circle on the 11th of November, there were 40 people. And if we look in the Telegram group at the moment, I think we're at something like 209 or 210 people. So we've seen more than a 500% growth in 3 months. And we're having people joining us at a phenomenal rate. And you guys know, because you've seen in the Phoenix group, how many people you've said hello to today who are brand new members to the team. So you know that growth, you see that growth yourself. Yeah. So that's why we can say that we have this incredible hit rate. And that's why Brandon Boyd, when Brandon said to me, what the hell are you doing? He went away, and a week later he came back and he said, this works. I said, I know it does, mate. We're more than 100 wins now. And that's why Brandon said, I will now only trade using your system. He trades using our alerts, and a bunch of these guys were on a Zoom call with us just before Christmas. He held his phone to the camera and he showed us his $400,000 trading account and said, today, this was the day of the election, today I placed the trades that we sent out on GBP, and he made $75,000 in the one day. The following day, he made $120,000. Now, I know those numbers are telephone numbers, and a lot of you guys think that those numbers are unrealistic.
You can't live on it, but it's a start. You can't live on it, but it's a start.
Yeah, you can't live on it, but it's a start. You are the greediest man I know. You know that, don't you?
Yeah. But there's a guy that makes 100,000 a week.
That's it. Brandon makes 100 grand a week. And here's the thing. The only difference between Brandon and anyone on this call today, I don't care if you got started today, the only difference between Brandon and you is that Brandon got started 4 and a bit years ago. And there is no reason why in 4 and a bit years, you can't be making 100 grand a week. But in the meantime, between now and then, we will get you making more money than you've ever made before in a matter of weeks and months. We have a system that works. What we've done tonight is tweak it to try and make sure that we keep the money flowing for you. Because as far as I'm concerned, I've been in business now for nearly 40 years. The most important factor in business is cash flow. So that's what this tweak is all about. It's keeping cash flowing and keeping cash flowing through to you and keeping everything turning over. As long as we keep it turning over, we'll make money. So that's it, guys. We have our tweak. We know what we're doing. We've got more alerts. We're not just sticking with the same alerts that we've had coming through. I've paid to get some more signals coming through to us. So those more signals are already now coming through. Expect to see some. If I see something tonight, I will see something tonight. But from now on, place the newer, smaller lot sizes. But please, 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 only place any particular trade just once, and then wait for another trade. There will always be another trade. Just wait for the next trade and then place it. If you happen to be up to your limit of trades, then just wait for one to close in profit before you take the next one. Don't panic about it. There's always another trade. That's it, Simon.
Don't forget, hold on. Before we do close, if any of you have joined after December the 18th, that's last December the 18th, and you sponsor 3 people, you're eligible for a free convention ticket, which is worth a few $100s. So if you are, make sure you let me know, because I've got to take the ID numbers of the people and send them over to Brandon to basically galvanize that you've got the qualification. The event will be amazing. If you want a feel-good factor, you need to be there. If you want a factor that you know is going to boost your business, Bob Proctor, the one and only Bob Proctor, who people pay thousands and thousands and thousands to go and see at his events, will be the keynote speaker. The Bob Proctor. If you've never heard of Bob Proctor, write the name down, Google him. You need to Google him, because I tell you now, the guy's a who's who. I'm not saying he's the same as Anthony Robbins, but he's up there. He's up there, and he's worth going. So he will be at the end of February in London. So if you can get there, even if you've got open heart surgery, cancel it. It's more important to be there. It is fundamental, really is. And it will be, you will have the time of your life. All the Americans, all the people, all the leaders from around the world are flying into London to be at the event. You're going to meet Chris Terry, who's going to be on the stage. He is the owner of IM Academy, who is worth, his personal worth is $500 million. He's worth over 500 million. A guy is worth to travel to actually see what he's going to share with people and everything else. This guy is like a trader, and that's how IM Academy basically originally started. The guy had made his initial fortunes through trading. So, you know, the event, if obviously all you folk that live in the UK, if you want to really understand how this deal works, get yourself to the convention. Even if you're just looking at trading, get yourself to the convention. It's worth doing.
We've got to tell people that Bruno's showing his ticket. He's been sticking that ticket in front of his camera for the last 5 minutes solid to show that he's going to it. Bruno.
Sorry, yeah, well done, Bruno. Yeah.
Cheers, Bruno. We got that.
I mean, yeah, so you've got Bruno's going, you've got Ed that's going, you, me, Cello's going. It's like, it's going to be the place to be. It really is.
We've got people on this call. We've got, obviously, we've got Lewis flying in from Australia. We've got the girls flying in from Denmark. We've got people coming from all over the place for this. But guys, honestly, Simon's been in the industry for 32 years. I've been in the industry for more than 30 years. Neither of us seen an event as big as the event that's going to happen at the end of this month. Simon and I did see an IM event last September, and it was just meant to be a local business opportunity meeting, but there were 2,000 hyper excited people in the room. If you have the opportunity to get to that event, get there. If you have the opportunity to get there free of charge, why wouldn't you? I mean, Sam and I bought our tickets on the day they came out. Some of these guys have paid a small fortune because they missed the early bird, they've paid full price for them, and then the opportunity came out to say, just sponsor 3 people and you'll get your ticket free. And I know that there are people on the call who got started just last week who are already on their way to getting their 3. In fact, we've got a lady on the call today who started today and already has her first person. 2 more, she'll get a free ticket. That's what, all you've got to do is just share the business with people, guys.
I've just noticed we got Sultan. Sultan is here on the line from India.
Yep.
How you doing, mate? Obviously, that's a journey to fly. That's a long one. They got to get visas. They got to do loads of other stuff and everything else. But if you haven't got all those hurdles, if you are in Europe and you can actually get there, guys, you need to get there. You really, really do need to get there. Anyway, Wednesday, do not forget my home meeting. People that come to my house join the business. You need to get as many people coming to my house as you possibly can. Now, I know people that are around the country and around the world, you can't get people to my house, but we do the Zoom meeting from my house. So if you can't come to my house, at least get people to your house. That's a smart way of doing it. So it's semi-party plan. Get them in front of your computer screen. Get a load of people so they can see activity. That's what people want to see. They don't want to feel as though they're the only ones. If they see other people, they're thinking, right, I'm not on my own. I'm going to join this. Lots of people get involved. Now with the new system that we're going to put into place where you can have more trades, you can make more money, that's going to be more exciting. So anyway, back to you, Roger.
Okay, just on Wednesday, I would have to say, guys, those Wednesday calls are hugely important. And when Simon said, if you can come to my house, we've got people who drive from, like Jamie drives up from the Potteries to come to the meeting. We've had Bruno drive from South Wales to come to the meeting. We've had Peter Neal drive from Hull, the opposite side of the country, to come to the meeting. We've had people travel huge distances to come to those meetings. But here's the thing. Gary comes to the meeting every week. Gary brings prospects every week. And people sign up when they come to the meeting. They get the opportunity to see the bigger picture and they get to see other people. That means they don't think that it's just about you. They understand it's about more people. And that's why you should get people on the call as well. If you can't get them to the meeting, get them on the call and they can see a screen like this with other people. If you do what we do at Simon's house, because I actually host the call from Simon's house, and I'm sat at one side of the lounge with my laptop plugged into the TV. So everyone else in the room can actually see the presentation on the TV. There's no reason why you can't do something like that in your house if you want to get a number of people round and get them to see a bigger picture. But I actually looked at the screen last week and we had almost as many people in the room at Simon's as we actually had on the screens in front of us. So just use these opportunities, guys, because they are there to build your business. So we'll put the link out tomorrow for the Wednesday meeting. We'll do that. And on Thursday, we'll have a training meeting with Joe Gomez. So he's going to show you how to build your network as well. But for the moment, first things first.
Just to give you a tip, the Wednesday Zoom link is exactly the same every week. So if you think to yourself, when is it, when is it, when is it, when is it, or what is it, what is it, what is it, what is it, the same link every week. So make sure you save it.
It's
So
the
you
same
can always
time,
see it.
it's the same link, and it's pinned to the top of the Phoenix group. So when you open Phoenix group on Telegram, if you look at the top, there is a pinned link. If you touch that, the link is there for you. But I automatically post it as well so that you have it there.
I'm just going to share this last little. Okay. Obviously, as you know, I know that there's everything with this business. But guess what? I never, ever do. If I've got a prospect, I'm never going to present the opportunity myself. I'll always get them onto the Zoom on a Wednesday or get them to my house. Why? Because if they saw me do a presentation, what's going to go through their mind is, I can't do that. If they come and see a Zoom presentation and I say, all you got to do is just lock people into that Zoom presentation, they'll be thinking, I can do that. That's done for me. All I've got to do is just invite people. That's easier. So understand the psychology to it. Yeah. Wednesday, guys. Make sure you get to mine on Wednesday.
Okay.
Yep.
Anything else?
Nope.
No, no more. No more last minutes.
No, we're good.
Okay. All right, guys. I'll put the recording up of this so you can share this with other people. I will put the new cheat sheets. I will put into the Telegram group for you just in a minute so that you can see it. But on every new trade that comes out.
One more thing. One more thing.
I just knew it.
One more thing. Just let everybody know, if they get a newbie and they want to get them into the winner circle, what's the process for them? Because I know there's a few people that don't understand.
Yep, process is really simple. Simon sent out a WhatsApp a couple of weeks ago, and we'll send it out again, that tells you all you have to do when you sign someone up is, first of all, give them your link. The second thing you need to do is send them the message that Simon will put out later in the WhatsApp group. The message says, to join the winner's circle, you have to click this link here for Telegram. As soon as they click that link, that will automatically download Telegram to their phone if they haven't got it. If they have got it, it will put them into the winner's circle. They then have a link in the same message. There's then a link that says, click here to register with the website. Once they register on the website, they'll get an email from me that tells them what the next step is. And the next step is they need to take a screenshot and post it in the Phoenix group, and then I'll approve them on the website. And that's it. Once they're actually on the website and they're approved, they can then go to first steps on the website. And it will tell them how to set up a broker account. It will tell them how to install MT4. It will tell them how to place a trade. There are videos there. Everything they need to know is there for them. But it all starts with you sending them this message that says, to get started, click this link. Simon and I cannot add any more people to the winner's circle on Telegram. The reason we can't add people is because Telegram will only let us add 200 people, and we've gone past that. So the only way now that people get to join it is if they click that link.
Roger, you're getting confused. You're talking about WhatsApp.
I'm not.
WhatsApp and Telegram.
I'm not.
Telegram can take 20,000.
I didn't say that. I said you and I can't add them.
Right.
Okay.
Beg your pardon. I apologise.
Okay. So. Yeah. You might guess, guys, we've been friends for a long time. So the deal is, Simon and I cannot add people to Telegram. We can have 200,000 people in the Telegram group, but Telegram will only let Simon and me add 200 people in manually, and we've already done that. So now they must click the link, and that's why you have to use the message that Simon's going to send out again. Is that all right? You got that? You clear with that?
Got it.
Good. Okay. Right. Guys, that's it. We will wrap this up now. We will see you on Wednesday night. Get as many people as you can on these calls. These calls are here to try and explain everything for people. make it simple for them, and we're there to close for you. And if once you've done that call, once you've got people on that Zoom, if they then want to know a bit more and you're brand new and you're not certain, then get them on a 3-way call with Simon, with myself, with someone in your upline who can help, and we'll do the closing for you. That's what the system's all about. Okay, guys, recording will be up later. New cheat sheets will be up. New trade signals will come through from now on, from this minute on. As soon as I see them, they'll come through with the new rates, with the new charts. So we'll speak to you all soon. Bye, everybody.
Catch you later, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.